Okay, so I was planning on making 3 videos today. One in the morning, one in the afternoon, and one at night. But that didn't happen as I planned. Why? Because life is gay like that. And you find yourself doing things you don't want to do. Something also happened to me earlier where it was like, one of my friends pretty much gave up being fun and started acting like a totally different person, so I felt like I didn't even know him anymore. So it kind of made me sad a bit. It kind of made me feel like I lost a friend, because it's like, if I feel like I don't know you anymore, then I'm not gonna feel like you're my friend. But anyways, I'll talk about that in the next video I'm going to make, which I will upload Sunday morning, hopefully. Maybe sometime way later tonight. Anyways, time to do my first favorite ending.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Perhaps he has simply missed a memo. Perhaps he's a doofus
When Stanley
I don't
came
even
to a
know.
set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire.
Yes, we get to see the employee lounge. It's not that great.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
You've got a drink machine. I would totally be sitting here all day just like watching people out the window.
Really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating.
Not much here, though.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Wait, it's on my left now. It's on my left. This is my left. Ta-da.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
And then, some of you probably think I'm either gonna go to that ending or the apartment ending. Yeah, well, you'll see.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot.
Fuck you.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Yes, you
I
are.
realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about
I
nothing
must
but
make
you
my own
all
choices.
the time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself.
I don't have a
I'm not
wife.
asking for me, I'm asking for her.
No,
This is it, Stanley.
I don't have a
Your
wife.
chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life.
Fuck you.
She's been waiting.
Screw you, narrator.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly
Let us
place
answer
your
it now.
faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Fuck that shit.
As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited with... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice.
I call
How did
this
you do
the...
that? You actually chose
I don't
directly.
really know what the proper name for this ending is, but I like to call it the unplugged ending. But I think a more proper name for it would be called the choice ending.
Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner?
Can I plug it back in?
You're not
Of course
Stanley.
not.
You're a
Well,
real
no
person.
shit! You
I
silly
can't believe
narrator.
I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've
Exactly.
been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person, but if used incorrectly can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations.
And that's why
Or
it
he
shows
could
him giving them a
systematically
cigarette.
set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house.
Racist, because that kid is black.
Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back sack and crack."
What the fuck is a back sack and crack? No, I will not practice. Fuck you. I make choices on my own.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process.
Because
Most
sticking your
medical
head in an
professionals
alligator's
recommend
mouth is
making
so
at least
healthy.
8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Can we go now?
Back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now
Good.
that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been.
Open the
This way,
door.
please.
Open sesame. Okay, I'll be right back. I'll start filming again in like a few seconds. Maybe. Okay, I'm back now. I just had to make sure I was filming properly.
We can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story.
But-
that story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as
I
possible
wanna
before
jump.
the narrative contradiction gets any worse.
Oh, by the...
Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Shut up. Anyway, if you spam spacebar, you'll get the achievement that they took out the spacebar. I mean, not that they took out jump and disabled it and whatnot. I forgot what it's called. But, yeah. See, isn't this ending fun so far?
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
The reason I like this ending is because it's more funny further you go.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
This is obviously my
No!
left.
Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Oh, so messy. You have terrible house cleaners, narrator dude. You need to get office cleaners. Let's go. If you click that picture a lot, you should get the a little employee of the year thingy. But I don't think it works while you're in the middle of ending, I think. I'm not sure.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I
See, he's
supposed to do?
raging. That's
Even
funny.
if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
No! But no. Oh, he shut it down. Oh. It's still a mess.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever.
It'd be best not to walk
Now
that
look where
way.
we are. My entire game is
Just,
destroyed.
if you do this ending, do not walk that way. Because I don't know what's that way. And you might fall and die and not be able to finish the ending.
See? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley?
Nope.
He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He
Oh, well,
understands that if I say to do
fuck
something, there's a
Stan.
damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it?
Jeez, calm your tits, bro.
You're a child.
I'm 18!
My story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would
Who
have been
gives
so
a
perfect.
shit?
I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard.
Interesting.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, if you keep going through there, it'll just keep going back to this little part that it just started at. Anyways. Yay, we get to go this way.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Okay, you might think that the story is gonna go exactly how it should in the actual thing, but you know, when I called this like the choice ending as well, you literally can't make the wrong choice. You don't have a choice. You have to go the way of the story. Like, you're able to open this room closet, but on this ending, you're not able to. See, they don't even have a downstairs.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Like, they literally took out those stairs just so you would walk upstairs. They don't even have the sign on that bathroom anymore that says, executive's bathroom or whatever. And now they have a green office instead of a red one. And it's a lot different from the other one, sort of.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
You know, there's a phone here. Why doesn't Stanley just call the police?
Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it.
With a
Surely behind
voice
this
receiver
door lay
next
all
to
the
it.
answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode.
The
He
word
had seen it on his
voice
boss's
means you
computer
can't
just
go
last week.
any further.
Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out.
I can't go
Stanley had
any
been trained
further,
never to speak
narrator
up,
dude.
But now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
But nothing came out of his fucking mouth. So sorry to disappoint, narrator.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
I see it on the wall, but Stanley can't speak. And microphones don't work for this
Is
game.
there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you?
Nope.
Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
I don't give a fuck.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right.
I tried that!
What you wanted over there? Why did you come this way? Speak.
I
Say something to me.
tried.
Explain yourself, you coward. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
This is one of the other reasons why I like this ending.
Hello? Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door.
At least you can see what Stanley looks like from here.
Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this isn't disciplined. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose.
I think this is the only ending I've seen with credits. I'm not even sure.
This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there?
Stanley has no controller.
It's okay, you need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide.
He sounds so sad.